because fiat currency just ain't the way, and they are all headed towards zero. Today is November 23rd, 2025. We are sitting at block height 924,925. One Bitcoin will run you $86,760-ish dollars. $1 can get you 1,152-ish sats. The market cap is at 1.73 trillion. We have 95% of the 21 million supply currently in circulation. Network fees are low. Great time to consolidate UTXOs. Average block time is still 10 minutes. Hash rate has still been hovering over 1,000 exahash. The difficulty adjustment still doing what it's supposed to do. 23,000 reachable nodes out there. The security is looking good. The network is running flawlessly. Everything is running smooth. Tick-tock, next block. If we go take a look at the Z-score, we're headed down, finally at 1. This is the first time it's had a Z-score of 1 since I've been doing this. If we come take a look at the floor, the 200-week moving average, we've climbed up to 55,000, headed towards 56,000. If we come take a look at some technicals, we're at 35 on the RSI. We haven't been this low on the RSI in a few years. And we've finally filled that CME gap. We have 2 gaps to the upside. There's 2 more down to the downside. Not sure if we'll go that far down where they're at. I can't remember the exact numbers, but there's a couple gaps to the downside. I believe in like the 40 or 60,000 range, somewhere between there. But there's 2 CME gaps to the upside that need to be filled. And if we come take a look at BITI, which is the inverse of Bitcoin, it covered a lot of those gaps that were on the upside. I know someone had asked me in the comments a question about that, if I was concerned about if it was just going to keep falling. And it pretty much answered the question for itself. So getting extremely overbought on BITI and getting extremely oversold on Bitcoin's price. So we seem to have some good support in this region, and we need to go up and touch that 50 and also the 20 EMA. You know, based off of watching this, you know that they can act as either support or resistance when price is above them. They act kind of as a magnet as support. And then when Bitcoin price is below, like we currently are, these two act as a magnet to pull it back up. And let's take a look at how everything is looking. So far, was able to get 1,140 sats for today. The total account is at 68,000 sats. So as we can see, price continues to fluctuate, but how much Bitcoin you accumulate stays the same as long as you hodl. In dollar terms, I've contributed $75 to Bitcoin buys. That account is worth $59.16. So down a little bit compared to based how much I've been purchasing. If we take a look in this column, this is the price, the buy prices. So far, the lowest buy price has been 83,000, and the highest buy price was 124,000. So in 75 days, Bitcoin price has fluctuated between 83,000 and 124,000. If we see, this is the average cost column. The average cost has been coming down for me as I've been DCAing every single day. I was buying up in these high prices when we were at all-time highs, and then I've also been buying all the way down, as you can see. And then this is the lowest Z-score so far since doing this. RSI, the lowest it's got is 34. And as we can see, the floor price over here in this column, this is the 200-week moving average, is slowly rising. So accumulation is going good. The floor is going good, and Bitcoin is doing what it does. Nothing new. If you go back in history and look, there's been many at least 50% drops from all-time highs. There's been over 10 of them that have prices reach the all-time high and pull back at least 50 to 80%. So this is nothing new. This is what Bitcoin does. This is what happens when you have a new asset. This is what happens when adoption is slowly happening. And then this is also what you have when you have a lot of big players getting in the mix. You have some manipulation going on, but not a whole lot. You know, the good thing about Bitcoin is price can only be manipulated for so long. So the goal is to just stack up and accumulate as much as you can and shut out the noise, keep studying, keep enjoying your life. If we take a look at BITI, this is holding it down. Like I said, this has been the hedge as we're coming down. This is rising up. And once the Z-score reaches 0, everything that has been accumulated in BITI will be dumped out and swapped out for Bitcoin. And we'll see how much Bitcoin I can get at that time, what my average price will be, and we'll compare it to how much Bitcoin I've accumulated along the way. And then we'll compare the two as I keep doing this. So that's all I got. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.